Welcome back to another TT Amulet tournament race. This time we've got MrsGizamaluke versus AzaleaAkari. These guys are two pretty active runners so far. Giz, plays when he can. You know him well. He's been around for a long time. Azalea has played off and on pretty frequently. We should be getting ready here pretty soon. Ready to kick this thing off. We're awaiting the ready from the players. Let's get a little background on this. These guys are in the Group B, which contains Trident Tail, who is also restreaming this race right now. Giz, Japanese player Darupi, and then Azalea, that's in Group B. And we are just getting started here. They just got the countdown. We should be seeing that pretty soon. Stream delay be like. All right, there we go. And we're off. For those who have not seen the TT Amulet category, this is pretty similar to the all minigames category, except we are now playing it in the adventure mode. This is something that Sweener kind of came up with back in like March or April of 2023, and it kind of developed into something that we wanted to create a actual category for on speedrun.com. So it's a very fun race category. I'm glad that this is the format we chose. So how this is going to work is we're going to go around each of the worlds. We're going to grab the key as well as some balloons to get into some different tracks. We're going to grab all the keys and we're going to do all the mini games. Sounds pretty simple. We're going to collect all the pieces of the TT Amulet, hence the name. We're just coming out of this intro cutscene. We're going to grab the 4 overworld balloons. Let's hope they grab it a little better than I did. Good Taj from Giz. A little bit of walking in place from Taj on Azalea's side. Some pretty standard overworld movement here from Giz, getting the first balloon. Azalea looks like they got a bonk in the tunnel there. No problems from Giz here. Gonna grab the ledge balloon, always an interesting one. And Azalea also going for the ledge balloon. We're in. Giz making his way to Fossil Canyon. Fossil Canyon is a very tech-heavy car track, in my opinion. A lot of boosts, a lot of precise places you need to be in order to grab some of these balloons. This one right here is a pretty tough one. You got to do like a zigzag, 2 drifts in a row. Then you got to grab the balloon off the right side of the road there without touching the wall or the little incline onto the left, because then it'll throw you into the wall. And then sometimes you can just go straight through the balloon and you're kind of left without that extra little boost at the end. He's going for another one. Oh wow, that was an interesting balloon grab, but it worked nonetheless. Azalea also going for a canyonless here. Got snagged on the wall, but luckily they didn't get pushed into the bubble. That'd have been really not fun. Missed balloon from Giz. Still got quite a bit of speed off of that. And about to go for the first cutscene skip. Got a buffer. Ah, wow. The frame really took them well over the line, just from the extra speed that they had. Azalea's first cutscene skip. Tried to get it with a buffer. It just turned out to be a frame or 2 early, and weren't able to buffer it next. Giz is now in Ancient Lake. See if he goes for the key lap 2 or if he waits until lap 3. Goes for lap 2. Smart play. Easy grab. So Azalea missing that cutscene skip. It's going to look like the difference between the two are quite large, but in reality Azalea is able to cancel out some of the cutscene from Fire Mountain. So the difference here is not as large as it may seem. Good cutscene skip from Giz. We get to watch the key cutscene here. Nice little 30-second break or so. Probably not that long. Oh, Azalea overshooting the zipper there, missing it entirely. Going for key lap 2, no problem. Jungle Falls now for Giz. Azalea having a little bit of issues with some CPU positions. Going around him, not getting the balloon. Getting the balloon chain here. Let's hope we can get another cutscene skip here. There we go. We don't wanna take a walk, as they say. You watch back-to-back cutscenes. Giz on lap 3. This is a pretty decent pace, I would say. Good pawn jump here. See if he gets this last cutscene skip here. Nice, got it with a buffer. Now he's off to Fire Mountain. Azalea just starting. Jungle Falls as well. Pretty nice. Oh, little snag on the skull. All things considered, pretty clean. Giz. Okay. Got 2 eggs so far. He should be in the clear. I don't see anything going wrong. It's kind of messing around, but... Oh no! Oh, I got an egg stolen. Oh no. Azalea missing a second cutscene skip. It's gonna put him back another 6 or 7 seconds here as they go into Fire Mountain. Yeah, Fire Mountain is just a destroyer of runs, I swear. Especially, like, it doesn't really matter which setup you do. I feel like there's a lot of RNG involved. Not much RNG, but enough to where it can kind of... You can lose tens of seconds. Azalea gonna lose out on that egg there. Shoots the CPU so it respawns in the middle. Now doesn't have any defense to shoot down any other CPUs here. Gonna go for some. Gotta pay attention to the nest now, who's gonna be close. The rocket didn't lock on, but drumstick misses, and yeah. That is it for Fire Mountain. Azalea gets to skip this cutscene, so they're only about 20 or so seconds behind as Giz is going into Hot Tub Volcano. This is the first of many quit to menu cutscene skips that are going to be pretty important here. People are in chatter saying F tier minigame. Yeah. RN and G tier, nice. I don't know if I'd say it's an F tier. I'd probably call it like low C tier. Good out of bounds. Ooh, Azalea just barely sneaking in there. Or I guess out of there. Oh no! And Giz flips back in with some weird little positioning error there. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Gonna get this cutscene skip here. That's a big time loss. That's about 18-ish seconds there. So what you're supposed to do is you get the cutscene skip, and then you go up A, or up start, and you land on quit to menu. And that'll get you back to the title screen, and you keep the progression of the balloon, just like what Azalea did there. So we might be pretty close here, actually. Less than a 5-second difference. Oh, neck and neck through this first stretch here of the race. Yeah, less than 2 seconds. This is incredible. 10:51 to 10:36 opener. Azalea shaving off some frames here and there. Let's see if... Oh no, a bonk on card challenge. Get near the flag so you don't DQ. There we go. Giz takes a slightly more lead. Okay, that was an interesting way of finishing. More off to the left of the Taj pad. But it allows him to just kind of go forwards onto the mat. And you don't have to back up to switch plane. I haven't seen anything like that before, as far as I can remember. We're both heading into Snowflake Mountain. It's a really fun world when it goes well. If you're struggling though, it's less fun. And I mean, really, a lot of it's this track right here, Frosty Village. I'm gonna grab some bananas here, and the main part that is kind of worth noting is this pulling here up this hill, and you switch to left on your analog stick, and you just get this kind of fling to go from zipper to zipper. Giz did it pretty nicely here. Azalea now just starting lap 2. Giz, I think, overturned there. You can do some RB turns to take a little sharper line up that hill, and it can kind of screw you over because it's very like jagged. It's not a very smooth transition up that hill, so you're not able to grip onto the floor like you would expect because you're kind of airborne. There we go. Lap 3, Giz not able to turn into the zipper. Neither is Azalea, but gonna be pretty close either way. Giz with a 1:14.88 with a cutscene skip. And Azalea with a buffer, making this again pretty neck and neck. About 5 or so seconds. Gained quite a bit of time after that bonk on car challenge. Yeah, just short of 5 seconds difference. Although I know Giz has a pretty solid lap 1. Just he's not going for missed the balloon, but still gonna grab the key. And for not having a boost afterwards, that was a pretty clean grab. Azalea with a boost, another pretty decent clean grab there. Missing balloon in the tunnel. Giz going into lap 3. Both balloons. Uses the balloon into the zipper. You could try to grab that other third balloon there, or the balloon off to the side. That's another kind of... Normally it's an easier cutscene, but if you have to buffer that one, the frame rate here can be pretty high, so it's a little tougher to get that. We are neck and neck going into Icicle Pyramid. This is a much closer race than I would have anticipated, maybe. Has Giz done Icicle Pyramid early? I don't know if he's one of the few that has done it. Right? Giz having a little better going back and forth here, hitting these CPUs. I don't think anything horribly wrong is gone. Yeah, we're gonna take out Tip Top there for Azalea. Giz breaking away just a little bit, but Azalea is not too far behind. About a 4 or 5 second difference still. Not too much of a difference. It feels so weird to me seeing the American or the North American version text. I do like the more bolded text in the Japanese version rather than like the blocky outlines of the North American version. Here we go again. Less than a 2-second difference going into Walrus Cove. Right. decent blue balloon chains here. Giz using the middle platform skip there with the balloon. I think Azalea opted to chain the blue balloon into the last zipper for the lap transition. Giz is kind of pulling away just a little bit, but we'll see if he can keep that up. Misses the balloon there. That's not the biggest thing in the world. Azalea getting it and getting like an accidental haba jump there, going off the little side platform there. And Giz is pulling away just a little bit, but Azalea is still holding his ground. Oh, got absolutely destroyed by some bounce there. Not able to change the direction of his drifts. Being airborne in this game just is not fun, because you can lose a lot of speed. For any moment that you're not on the ground, you lose speed unless you're doing an air tap, which is pressing A like a frame or two before landing to get your traction and your grip back as soon as and your acceleration back as soon as possible. And we're both into Everfrost Peak. Giz is a pretty strong plane player, I'd say. I mean, we'll see how well this goes for both of them. Getting stuck on the ground because of the inclines. Giz having to go for some extra barrel rolls here. Still managing to creep ahead of Azalea. Let's see if this boost chain goes a little better. Kind of getting snagged there. Missing both balloons. Has to go for the ground zipper. To the blue balloon. Into the zipper. Misses the zipper. Alright. This is another important quit to menu cutscene. He's trying to go for the barrel roll into that second zipper, which I think most people do in time trials, but there are a few people that go for it RTA. A nice, better no snag. Still missing balloons. Good quit to menu there. Alright. Hopefully Azalea can keep up the pace. Oh no! It's a unfortunate way to lose some time there. Giz is now on to Hover Challenge as Azalea has to watch the boss door opening cutscene. This is kind of the worst one to do it into because of the distance you have to drive from the boss door back to the exit door. Honestly, those quick to menu cutscenes can kind of make a race like this unwinnable in some scenarios. I don't want to be that person, but it's usually not a fun time trying to come back from that. But there is one more left. So, Treasure Caves could be a great equalizer in that regard. 2360 here. 2478 opener from Azalea. Yeah, no, I mean, this is nothing to, you know, snuff at for Azalea. I mean, they're keeping it very close. It's unfortunate that a one-frame cutscene skip can, you know, make a race be this. Oh, trying to go for the swag ending backwards. It loses time, but it also kind of gains a little bit of time back, so you don't have to turn around. We're gonna go into Sherbet Island. Azalea's having a pretty nice hover challenge here. This is gonna be a 112. Yep. That might be interesting. The slope might be too much. Maybe you can't jump into the balloon. No, okay, easy. Giz and Pirate Lagoon. Pretty standard for all the years he's played Hundo for, so I wouldn't expect anything to go horribly wrong. Azalea going for the Crescent Island first. Grab the key, and do Whale Bay next, and then you'll do Dark Water, and then you'll go back and see Pirate Lagoon and Treasure Caves at the end. This is kind of one of those rare instances in this category where routing can change a little bit. I mean, you might lose like 1, maybe 2 seconds of overworld movement, but I think it's just out of preference. I'm not entirely sure what Azalea's PB is off the top of my head, but I think they're pretty on pace for it. Or, you know, if not, the cutscene skip maybe made them just a little behind. He's getting some nice ship movement on Crescent Island here, lap 1. 22:45 is a pretty good opener. Gives a pretty decent key grab there, lap 2. Azalea about to finish up Crescent Island. The cutscene skip, there we go. Is continuing his way through lap 2 here. Very fast ship movement. It's not easy to change your drifts that fast up the slope and then back down, especially with the airtime you have with that little transition. Yeah, with a little lower speed. I hear a lot of people like to hold the analog stick up so you fall a little faster. Oh, big bonk. At 115, pretty decent. Azalea in Whale Bay having a little bit of trouble. See if they can continue here. Patty, I would say so. For me, anyway, I used to do Walrus Cove first, I used to do Everfrost Peak first before Walrus Cove, and then I realized I didn't like that cutscene skip, so I switched to the normal. I have seen... I guess if you're also looking in like a more favorable cutscene skip, I would say Greenwood Village over Windmill Plains in that regard, because having to clip back in and then I don't think Windmill Plains is a super easy cutscene skip on its own right. Anyway, both Azalea made it to Darkwater Beach because they didn't play Pirate Lagoon yet. They're going to do that afterwards. Gives with a nice boost into the finish line with the cutscene skip. Now that we're both in Darkwater Beach. Azalea's doing some camping. No shame. Drought here is kind of intense. Oh, look at the missed shot. Is he gonna camp the rest of the way? Yeah. Azalea getting out of there pretty quickly, I would say. The kind of nice thing about getting these homing rockets is that you just kind of have to look in the general direction of these CPUs and it'll lock on most of the time. Especially when they get up closer like this. Oh, he just jumped out of the way of the red balloon and didn't get the homing rocket. This will be interesting because now Azalea has to play all of Pirate Lagoon as Giz is going into Treasure Caves. May not look super great. Let's see. I mean, Giz is coming up on an important cutscene skip here, and we'll have to see if Azalea can catch it or do better. Oh, CPU's pushing Giz out of the way of the opening zipper there, but at least he'll give him this balloon here. Ah, still can't make it to the zipper. See how you can fair. He might use this to use it here. Yeah. Big speed, although not getting another. Okay, this should be fine. 1180, we should be looking at like a mid 41. Can get this chain here. Oh, so close. There's just that tiny little gap. Can he get this cutscene skip? No! No, he does not. Azalea might have some catching up to do, but it's going to result in maybe a closer race. We may be looking at like a 10 to 15 second difference rather than a 45 to 50 second difference here. This is exiting. Alright, this is Azalea's time to shine right here. Can he pull it off? Yes! Alright. We're gonna see what the difference is here. We're okay. Giz is avoiding all the bonks as possible. Yeah, the gap isn't completely closed, but I would rather take a 15-second difference rather than big bonk from Giz. I wonder if Azalea can capitalize on this, maybe like a 59 or lower. Oh my goodness, avoiding the bonk there. About 20-second difference. I have a feeling Giz might go for Wimble Plains out of bounds, but I'm not too sure. He might try to play it safe. I know Azalea for sure will be going Greenwood. Unless he feels really risky. Yep, tree. Azalea losing a little bit of barrel roll speed. Giz with a 101. Azalea might be pretty close to that number, possibly. $59, $95. All right. Yeah, Giz going for Greenwood Village. Ooh. I was a little worried that Azalea was going to have some issues there with the bonk, but no issues. Giz is a pretty strong car player. I mean, again, this is something he's very used to with Hundo. Yeah, 18 seconds. We're still looking about 19 seconds. It's going to take a couple bonks, but we'll see. Final lap. Gives us a whole lap ahead. Avoiding all the traps with the shield. Hitting all the balloons. It's looking like a pretty nice pace. GV here. 5:06. With a cutscene skip. Wow. That was really solid. Azalea should be finishing this up pretty soon. Let's see how Giz can handle the key grab. Cutscene skip would be really, really nice here. Nice. And Giz going for the key grab. Gets the double. Gets the key. Alright. Kind of all on Smoky Castle now. I think Giz has got this at this point. But Azalea did a very, very nice job keeping it close the whole way. It's like Azalea might be just behind PB pace. Or no, maybe ahead, maybe ahead. Smoky Castle from the time you enter the door to when you finish should be about 56, 57 seconds. So Azalea might PB here, and that would be pretty big. Nothing to really... No shame in this run whatsoever. Giz... I'm in a decent here. Decent Smoky Castle. Got 2 more trips. Avoiding the rocket there. Just fast enough to creep through. Giz on his last lap through Smoky Castle. And ooh, little bonk from Azalea. This is gonna... Oh boy. GG's. 29-13 from Giz. It looks like Azalea fell off the little pedestal. Let's push for Azalea to get this last 2 bananas before his PB. 29-52. This is looking like a PB from Azalea. GG's. What a PB. By 11 seconds. That is a PB. Let's go. We're going to get our runners in here for some post-run commentary.
Hello.
Very shortly. Hello, Azalea. Congrats on the PB. That was a very, very close race. Basically the whole way through.
Oh, wow. Very close. Yeah. Looks like me missing the cutscene on
Everfrost.
Everfrost probably costed me a very close race. I was very shaky. That's about 29:48, so it might not have mattered completely. I don't think that loses 20 seconds. Yeah, something like that. I guess
I'd say about 18 seconds is
it was
my
close
estimation.
Then, but
yeah,
that's
I mean,
fine. It happens. I just played through it. I can't believe I PB through missing that type of cutscene. But everything else went super well. I think.
Yeah, I think you played pretty well. I mean, I know the cutscene skips are a big part of the run, and it's not easy to just kind of think, you know, if I had that one extra cutscene skip, then
Sure.
Imagine how much closer the race could have been. But
sure, yeah. I mean,
it is a rough trick, and it's not always the easiest to get. So
yeah,
not anything to be ashamed of for this race.
No, definitely not. I just wanted to have a good showing, and it turned out to be a pretty good showing. I didn't look at my time until after Plane Challenge. I had an idea that I was in a good spot, but yeah. Anyways, why don't we hear from our winner?
Yeah, and Giz, how did you feel about your showing today?
Really bad. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a downer, but
no.
After Fire Mountain,
no.
I lost my focus actually because I got robbed a bit there, like the homing rocket.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then
stuff. Stole the egg. Yep.
And I think like my Greenwood Village was good. I think it was 105.
Yeah, 105.
But I think that was the only race that was actually decent.
Oh my gosh! I have a story. I have a story for my Greenwood. Right before I went into the track, I knocked my glasses off my face.
Damn.
So
my goodness.
So I played Greenwood Village with very bad sight. Not to say that my Greenwood was fine. I mean my B tap didn't register on lap 2, but for playing safe to make sure that I wasn't gonna hit things, like dodging around CPUs on lap 3 was pretty interesting. But yeah, that was an interesting one. Yeah, I wish you the best in the rest of the races, and congrats on getting a win there.
Yeah,
it was a weird race because I felt like when races were going well, something happened at the end.
Oh no, yeah.
I think in Walrus Cove I was probably on pace for like a 117 or so, 16.
Wow.
And then I got stuck in a corner and I lost like 5 seconds.
You kind of like something happened. You were airborne and you weren't able to change your drift.
Yeah.
No.
And I think I don't know. It was yeah, I'm glad to have like the first race done, and I'm glad that I won. But I missed 2 of the cuts. I missed Hot Volcano and Caves.
Oh yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, there's a couple people in chat saying it, but I think Azalea, you should really watch the VOD when it comes out.
Yeah, no problem.
You'll be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, Giz.
For a while.
I mean, like, Giz saying that he had troubles in Fire Mountain. I feel for that. I've had a lot of races with people, and they've had troubles in FM.
Yeah.
So I mean, I will watch it back, but
RNG doesn't like.
Yeah.
RNG doesn't really kill it
like
very often.
That's good, yeah, because my IP almost flew off the rails, but so I had to like improv it to get the ending.
Yeah, I saw you hit like a rocket like in this last second before you stole it or something.
Yes, I did. Yeah, it was scary. At least I would have probably just had the backup of just grabbing a double and hitting it before it got down, but it would have lost a little time. But no harm, no foul. Just I think like race wise, that was probably most of what I could ask for. My Dino tracks. I just gotta play Dino. I think my other tracks went pretty okay. Dino was rough. But yeah, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate the restream from Trident. I appreciate Tarzan for that, and Giz for racing on like pretty much just deciding yesterday morning we were gonna race today. So
yeah.
And I think Trident said
we're gonna shout out the Discord. We've got one more race that's currently scheduled right now, which is Kvesk versus Bando. That'll happen next Saturday at 10 a.m. Central. That's for me. 11 a.m. Eastern. Looking at my own local time zone. We don't have a restream or commentary for that right now. I know I'm not available for that. But as soon as we get that information, that'll be in the DKR64 Races Discord. There should be something below the stream in the About section that can get you in here, and you can see different calendar events for when these races are going to be scheduled. As far as I know, nothing else has been scheduled as of now, but the Discord is where you'll be able to see all of that. Yep, and there's a nice little chat command there for it. We're going to go raid. DK64 Speedruns are doing a randomizer race right now. We're going to go shout out Obio as well because he is also participating in that right now. I am your commentator, Tarzan the Great, our restreamer, Trident Tail, and our two runners, MrsGizamaluke, AzaleaAkari. As always, bye-bye for now.